Pulavinaka, and welcome to Smart Bites, a show where I will be sharing delicious, nutritious and healthy recipes that is also family friendly. I'm Adelene Tutu, and today I will be sharing with you a healthy banana slice. So it's sort of like an upside down banana cake. Okay, so for the banana slice, I'm going to use a small pan, and I've got 5 small bananas. Now, if you find the bigger ones in the market, that's absolutely fine. You can go with 3 of those and use 1 for the pan and 2 that you can mash on the side. So first things first, I'm going to use this pan. I'm going to add a bit of olive oil to the bottom of the pan, and this is going to be brushed with the silicone brush, just so that when we add our banana to the base of the pan, this is going to allow it to fry up together and it's not going to get burnt. So add in the oil to cover the base of the pan. All right, perfect. Now to the bananas, slice it not too thin, because like I said, it's sort of like an upside down banana cake. So you want it thick enough so that when the mixture of the eggs and the sweet potatoes are added to the pan, it is not going to be too soft, and you get that extra bit of fluff to the bottom. So once that is done, I'm just going to bring my pan closer, and I'm just going to line this up the bottom of the pan. It's going to take a bit of time here. I'm going to try my best to speed up the process. Okay, so in today's recipe, behind me is a packet of sweet potato flour. You can get this at Fresh Choice. I found that at New World as well. It's a great substitute to oat flour and normal flour as well, full of antioxidants, vitamins and minerals, and you can have that in your kids' lunchbox, preparing meals like this and not have to worry about them getting enough vegetables. So that is done, and I'm just going to squeeze the bananas to the center. I know that was way too less. I'm just going to squeeze that to the center like so, and there you have it. Now this is going to go on to the stovetop and at a low heat to start with, just until the bananas caramelize at the bottom. Perfect. Which brings me to our next step. While that is caramelizing on the stovetop, we are going to mash our other 3 bananas right here. It's great to have the bananas that are almost like just overripe. They have that sweetness, extra bit of sweetness to the bananas that you add to your baking or to the snacks and desserts like the one that I'm preparing today. So once that is done, you are then going to add this to our bowl. All right, adding this to our bowl. Hopefully that overripe banana releases extra bit of sweetness to our mixture. Okay, to this I'm going to then add my eggs and my sweet potato flour. So I've got the eggs right here, and just making sure that is okay. So 3 eggs into our mashed bananas. This is a family favorite. Now everyone, all the 3 girls love this as their morning snack, or just throwing it into their lunch boxes. And because 2 of them cannot take nuts to school because of some allergies at school, this is just a perfect way to ensure they get their snack and also making sure it's safe for the class. So I'm going to mix that through. So you can use oat flour, and the easiest way to make oat flour is just to whiz up some oats in a food processor. But I've got sweet potato flour right here, and again, it's just great extra bit of texture to the pan, to the cake, and it's got lots more, antioxidants than regular oats. Okay, so I'm going to add that in to our mixture. I'm just mixing that up nicely, because you don't want this to be too thick. You want it to actually be runny so that it can add into our pan and then cook really well, forming that cake-like texture. Nice work. All right, mixing that through. All right, so as you can hear that pan, the bananas are sizzling right now, so they're caramelizing really, really well, which is what we want. Now I'm just going to turn that down a little bit lower. Mixing that through. Look at that combining together really, really well. And that's one thing I love about the sweet potato flour. They don't clump up too much like regular flour or the oat flour. So they mix really, really, really well. We're going to let that sizzle and caramelize, and stay with me after the break. We're going to continue with this recipe. Welcome back. Now we are going to flip our banana slice onto our board. You can also use a plate if you prefer, but I'm just going to use this board. I'm just turning this a little bit lower. Now chuck your board on, and you're going to flip that over. Hopefully this one's better. All right, look at that beauty. Now drop that pan back onto your stove. Keep it low, and you're just going to try and slide this back onto your pan beautifully. There you go. So now once that's in your pan, chuck the lid back on and let that cook for another maybe 2 to 3 minutes, just so the bottom can heat up and cook really, really well. I'm just going to turn the heat up slightly low to just about medium, and then let that heat properly. Okay, so now we are ready to flip this back onto our board and just check in to see if this is cooked. Look at how fluffy that is. It's perfect. It's brown in the center. I'm just going to switch that back off and chuck this slowly onto our board. All right. Look at how wonderful that has turned out. So once that is done, all right, so we are now going to slice this. You can slice this into quarters, whatever works for you. I have 4 kids, so I like to cut this into 8 little slices. And everything looks so good. The center is cooked, which is perfect. Now I'm going to add my cinnamon and my honey to this. If you prefer maple syrup, golden syrup, whatever it is, you're just going to add a drizzle of this onto the top, like I've just done. Perfect. Some cinnamon. You could also mix peanut butter with hot water, and you've got that really nice creamy peanut sauce that you can add to the top of this banana cake. But otherwise, that is it. And we are done. That was it for Smart Bites for today. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful banana slice recipe. Stay tuned for our next episode, and remember, health starts with every bite.